Hi, I'm Linda from English Learning Mind Map. Today, we will learn about crisis management. Crisis management. To head off disaster and stand by for orders through crisis management, this topic is explained with phrasal verbs to show how we handle pressure. Basically, we are using verb phrases to describe an emergency response. Strategic readiness. As a core pillar of crisis management, strategic readiness requires us to gear up and prepare for any potential threats. In simple terms, we are getting our tools and plans ready before anything goes wrong. Contingency planning. Contingency planning is a branch of strategic readiness where we map out our steps and think through every possible obstacle. This means creating a detailed Plan B so we are never surprised. Scenario modeling. Within contingency planning, scenario modeling helps us to play out different events and account for every risk. To put it simply, we are imagining a crisis and making sure we have included every detail in our plan. Resource allocation. Resource allocation serves as a practical application of strategic readiness to set aside funds and line up equipment. Essentially, we are reserving the money and tools we will need if a disaster happens. Staff mobilization. As a fundamental part of resource allocation, staff mobilization allows us to call in the team and draft in experts from outside. In other words, we are asking everyone to come to work and bringing in extra help. Operational response. Operational response is a functional layer of crisis management used to jump in and carry out the rescue plan immediately. Basically, we are starting the work and executing our strategy to fix the problem. Immediate action. Immediate action is a technical branch of operational response used to deal with the fire and tackle head-on any dangerous leaks. This means we are facing the trouble directly the moment it starts. System shutdown. Through a total system shutdown, immediate action ensures we cut off the power and shut down all machines. In short, we are turning everything off to make sure the building stays safe. Damage limitation. Damage limitation is a vital branch of operational response used to hold back the flood and keep under control any spreading damage. Essentially, we are stopping a small problem from turning into a total disaster. Risk containment. By using risk containment, damage limitation works to hem in the spill and box in the danger. To put it simply, we are surrounding the mess so it stays in one small area and doesn't get any bigger. Information control. To manage the news within crisis management, information control helps to get out the truth and clear up any rumors. Effectively, we are talking to the world to make sure they know exactly what is happening. Public relations. Public relations is a foundational part of information control used to put across our message and speak up for the company. In other words, we are explaining our actions to the people watching us on the news. Media handling. Through careful media handling, public relations allows us to fess up to our mistakes or play down the panic. Simply put, we are admitting if we were wrong or trying to keep everyone calm. Internal briefing. Internal briefing is a specialized branch of information control used to fill in the staff and update on the latest safety rules. Essentially, we are giving the workers the facts so they stay informed. Employee updates. Through employee updates, internal briefing helps to keep in the loop every worker and pass on new orders. In short, we are making sure the whole team knows the plan and sharing the newest instructions. Recovery phase. Finally, for our last branch of crisis management, the recovery phase helps us to pick up the pieces and bounce back to health. In essence, we are fixing the damage and returning to our normal life. Business continuity. Business continuity is a functional layer of the recovery phase used to start up the office and get back to our daily routine. This means opening the doors again and beginning our regular work. Process restoration. Through process restoration, business continuity works to patch up the walls and iron out any small errors. To put it simply, we are repairing what was broken and solving the last few little problems. Future adaptation. Future adaptation is a strategic branch of the recovery phase used to look back at the event and build on our new knowledge. Basically, we are studying the past so we can be even stronger in the future. Lessons learned. By focusing on lessons learned, future adaptation helps us to point out the mistakes and chalk up the experience as a victory. In short, we are showing what went wrong and using that lesson to stay safe next time. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more English lessons.